Middle East turning into a regional war. So Israel are intensifying their activities. Lebanon's Hezbollah is going to fight Israel in the north. Syria will get drawn into the Golan Heights. America is sending firepower over already. Into the Mediterranean Sea off the coast of Israel. Jordan may get involved in the West Bank area. Egypt will get involved soon too. Maybe even Turkey, Yemen, Oman, Saudi Arabia. The whole damn Middle East is about to erupt. What's the potential scenarios? 1. Will the market tank in the coming weeks, then bounce big, then go back down? 2. Prolonged recession and bear market? 3. Market rallies and war doesn't affect market sentiment? 3. Tensions calm and a peace deal is reached, leading to an atomic bull market? 4. Israel uses a small tactical nuke when it is backed into a corner. WW3. Iran fires back? 5. China and Russia enter the war? 6. Taiwan or North Korea trouble? Many scenarios, and what's your plan for this upcoming mayhem? Sit back and DCA into SP 500? Panic sell it all and go cash? Lol. You know bears are sweating right now. I don't think any of those countries have any real interest in going war with Israel. They are posturing to give some leverage to the Palestinians. But when push comes to shove, they won't do shit because they won't risk their capitals being flattened. Better invest in canned goods and oil. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know when. But somehow, this will be bullish. IMG emote T52TH528883. I love the simplicity of this sub. Even in times of war, we are still talking about two animals. You are assuming Hezbollah actually engages. That's not guaranteed at all. So far it's the status quo everywhere except Gaza. Syria is in no shape to fight a war. Jordan is basically an Israeli satellite country. They won't bite the hand that feeds them. Egypt is also a satellite. They won't do anything. The only real threat is Hezbollah, which with their massive rocket arsenal could definitely devastate Israel. But Lebanon is in an economic crisis. They'll get bodied by Israel. No country is openly going to war with a US-backed Israel. This is stupid. In fact, most of these countries will let Palestinians be completely removed from the borders of Israel before they openly engage in a war with the US. None of this will ever happen in any great disruptive way. Jordan isn't going to risk shit. Egypt isn't going to risk shit. Syria? Which Syria? Lebanon? They couldn't invade Beirut. Hezbollah escalates at their own peril. One constant in the Middle East since 1973 is that the Arab countries have zero desire to fight Israel. The other constant is that the Arab leaders don't give a shit about Palestinians beyond lip service and token payments. Israel either completes their mission in Gaza, wiping out Hamas, or they fail and get embarrassed and embroiled in a long low-level conflict. Most Arab governments will gladly live with either outcome. Priced in clown-face globe. Did you just throw Saudi Arabia in there just because, or did news come out? Did you play too much Command and Conquer when you were a child? Market will tank. The market has a lot more to worry about than a regional war in the desert half a world away. There are bigger problems in its front and backyard. IMG Avatar XP1472431155 Clown. I won't get into hypotheticals from this subreddit. Market will stay flat. Anything that isn't WW3 is here. The market won't care. Markets always get scared about initial news, and even though the news is still coming, it will move on and get tired of it pretty quickly. If anything, We will get tons of fake peace talks going well and market will rip higher. Only to sell off back down to where it was once the market realizes the fake news is indeed fake news. I don't understand how people jump from a very specific regional conflict between a non-superpower and an insurgency to a global conflict. The Ukrainian war is a much bigger threat than this conflict. If the Israelis somehow escalate to nukes, but why would they? They'll just be on their own while Iran and maybe Russia might decide to back the Palestinians. There's no world in which the Western world backs a nuclear attack by Israel against a foe who already can't defend themselves against conventional weaponry. And that latter point is also why there's no way Israel uses nukes in this conflict. Entire Western world will get dragged in to defend Israel no matter the cost, monetary or human. When Biden said 15911s, he was 100 serious. WW2 saved the world from the Great Depression. 9/11 saved the world from the dot-com bubble. Let that shit sink in. Normally war is good for business. I would buy some Raytheon stock, Boeing and perhaps some Smith & Wesson. I've been following this sub since the GameStop thing just to try and keep up, and all I've learned is that I'm glad I don't have any money. Solar flare sometime in the next few weeks knocks out the Wi-Fi, resulting in most of the population starving to death because their phone won't work. Man shrugging otter. Israel uses a small tactical nuke when it is backed into a corner. If Israel's backed into a corner, they're not using small nukes. They're glassing the Middle East. It's not just their actual policy, Samson. But to not do so would result in terrorists obtaining their nukes. Israel is not to be trifled with. 1. I think the market will tank in the coming weeks and then bounce back up. However, if the war escalates, it could lead to a prolonged recession and bear market. 2. My plan is to sell some of my stocks before the mayhem begins, and then use that cash to buy more when prices are low. I also have a stash of gold which I may sell if things get really bad. WWII baby, I need more guns and like shitloads of more ammo. Go back to playing circa OD, fuckers. Regional wars can very quickly turn into world wars with all the complex alliances. Bullish. Bearish. I'm just the guy with the eggplant. No country is going to get involved, as getting involved means they will be in direct military conflict with US, which no country will ever dare to. Market will sell all free oil like a good girl. Every sector that isn't the fuckiness of a follow suit of sedis of a. Any free-thinking adult that is dumb enough to follow suit better off follow the dum-dums. I think the US will ask Israel to stand down soon. The UN passed a resolution against them and they whined like a little child and then expedited their incursion. I suspect they were told to hurry because they don't have much time left for us to give them. International Israel has the right to self-defense cover for their war crimes. They've already killed 4x the number of civilians that they lost in their self-proclaimed 9/11. I think crossing the 10,000 line will result in huge global backlash if they're even allowed to go on that long. And at 10x they pretty much max out everyone's tolerance, including hard allies like the US. A lot of puts. I don't think it'll escalate into what you're thinking at all. Bull mode activated 100. Market bottomed Friday. It is not war that you should be concerned with. Skynet don't give a fuck. It just wants those gains. China and Russia are already involved. Egypt is not getting involved. Saudi are not getting involved. Syria still in a civil war that will be their death coffin. Turkey won't get involved. Sell every Middle Eastern Fortune 500 company. This is just Cold War II.